Hello, everyone. My name is Sister Judith Minear, and I am a sister of St. Joseph living in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm delighted to be asked to bring you this Advent reflection today. I chose the Gospel of Matthew from today's liturgy for the reading on which I'd like to reflect. It's only 7 lines. It's very brief, just like our Advent this year is brief. It's the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verses 28 to 30, and it says this. Jesus said to the crowds, "Come to me, all you who labor and are weary, who are heavy burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart. And you'll find rest for your soul, for my yoke is easy and my burden light." Weary isn't just about being physically tired. Weary is being tired to the bone, mentally, emotionally, spiritually tired. The actual reason for the weariness doesn't really matter. You could be weary because of physical labor, mental work, caregiving, parenting, sinful behavior even. Jesus doesn't judge the cause of our weariness. Jesus just extends an invitation. Come to me. So how do we come? How do we answer that generous invitation? Jesus says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me." When I was much younger, this taking on a yoke like an animal really bothered me. It was probably a pride issue, but I felt as if I were being invited to give up my freedom. I see this very differently now. I experience this invitation as a way of yoking myself to Jesus as a teacher and a companion as I make my way through the joys and challenges of life. I sense in this invitation Jesus offering to help me to shoulder the weight of whatever is burdening me, to yoke myself to Jesus's gentleness and humility teaches me to learn to live life in the way that God intended. This gospel assures us that if we yoke ourselves to Jesus, he makes a promise to us. "I will give you rest," he says, "not just for your physical body, but your soul will be restored. Body, mind, emotions, your spirit, all will be refreshed." When we replace the weight of the world with the yoke of Jesus, we'll learn from him how to live life to the fullest, even in the midst of the heaviness of the world's burdens. There is no pill, there is no self-help book, no exercise that can help us to find the soul-restoring rest that Jesus promises. The kind of rest that allows us to continue to do what we can to meet the needs of our dear neighbors, day after day and for a lifetime. Only God, who created us to be in loving relationship with Jesus and with one another, can offer us that kind of rest. As St. Augustine said, "Our souls are restless until they find their rest in you, O God." So this Advent, let's respond to Jesus' invitation to yoke our weary selves to him so that we might find rest. And then let's share this invitation with others along the way who also long for rest. Thank you for joining me for this Advent reflection. And on behalf of the sisters and associates of the Congregation of St. Joseph, I wish you a blessed remainder of this Advent season as we move closer and closer to Christmas morning. Let's pray for one another in the meantime. Take good care.